Hello guys and girls, welcome to my first video on YouTube. Hope you all would be enjoying your day. So guys and girls, today I have brought this video to you on the topic what is virtualization, what is virtual machine, and where is virtual machine used and why. So the first question arises, what is virtualization? Some of you might be knowing the concept of virtualization, but some of you might not know the concept of virtualization. So let me clear this concept with a simple example. Most of you would be having a PayPal account or MetaMask or Paytm account, and in that you have some wallet. Uh, yeah, so some kind of wallet, just like Paytm wallet or so, and in that you store your money. Yeah, so in that you store your money. So this wallet, which is your Paytm wallet or MetaMask wallet or this kind of wallet, it's known as virtual wallets. So in which you can store your virtual money. This is a basic idea or the basic concept of what is virtualization. But this is not an appropriate example for virtualization according to IT field or cyber security field or developer. So for that we can have a simple example. If you have a website, right, and if you want to host this website on internet, so for you will have to buy a hosting for internet. So if you buy a hosting from a company, so they will provide you with a virtual server in which you will host your website, in which you will transfer your resources, your data about the website. This virtual server is a great example of virtualization in the field of IT. This virtual server will have everything like GPU. If you buy a server with GPU, then it will have some RAM, some ROM, then it will have CPU, it will have processing power. So this is a basic idea or the concept of virtualization in the field of IT. Now the question is, what is virtual machine? And many of you might have heard about the host machine. So what is host machine and what is virtual machine? See, the simple idea of what is host machine is the main physical computer. Like if you have a MacBook or a Dell laptop, then it's host machine. Suppose you have a Dell 512GB ROM, 8GB RAM, i7 processor, Windows 11 Pro Edition laptop. Then this is your primary machine or your host machine. Suppose this is your main computer. Let's suppose this is your host machine, right? This is having 512GB of storage, and here are some buttons. This is a monitor and CPU, right? So this is your host machine. What is this? Host machine. And then let's suppose if you are having Windows on this main computer, and if you want to install Parrot OS on this without disturbing your main computer, so what you can do is that you can install a virtual machine. Virtual machine is nothing more but a computer inside a computer. So this is your computer, and inside this it will have a computer. So suppose we have, in our case, we are having 512 GB of 512 GB of ROM storage. Sorry, 512 GB of ROM storage and 8 GB of RAM. So if you are installing a virtual machine, so this will have ROM less than 512 GB and RAM less than 8 GB. 8 GB RAM. Yeah. So this will have specifications less than this computer specifications. These are its specifications, right? Because the host machine will require some RAM to run this software or this virtual machine, but this virtual machine doesn't require any RAM to run this host machine. The host machine is primary computer, right? And in most cases we give half the RAM. Means here in our case we have 8 GB RAM in our host machine, so we will give 4 GB or less than 4 GB RAM to the virtual machine, that is Parrot OS. Now the next question will arise, where is it used and why is it used? See, there are many uses of virtual machines. Suppose if you want to host a website on your basic computer or your let's say laptop or your PC, right? You can install a Linux virtual machine and you can host your website there. But there are some limitations for that, and it's another topic. But it is mostly used by developers, hackers, cybersecurity specialists, and many other people also use this. So our next question is why they use it. So the first question is it's very safe. So suppose let's take another example. If you have your Windows PC here and if you install another virtual machine, let me just draw a box for virtual machine. So this is your virtual machine, right? So if you get you are surfing on web on this virtual machine and supposedly a ad comes up and it's adware, right? And by mistake you click on the ad and adware gets installed on your virtual machine. So you would be first of all afraid, but there is no need to get afraid because the virtual machine is very safe. Because if you get any virus or ransomware on your virtual machine, it won't affect your main machine or the host machine. Supposedly you get a worm in your virtual machine, so the worm has the ability to spread in all over your system without your permission, right? And without anything to trigger it. So the virtual machine will hinder it to spread over your primary machine, so it keeps your data safe in primary machine. And that's the reason why hackers use it. Because even if a virus or malware gets into their computer, or if they create a malware in their computer and they don't want to disturb their host machine, so they can make it on a virtual machine and they can just play with it. It won't affect the host computer or the primary computer, this one. So the second reason or the second point why people use this virtual machine is that it doesn't affect your primary computer. In which sense? So if you change anything in your virtual machine, suppose if I delete the whole C drive in my virtual machine, so it won't affect my primary computer, and by this I can understand what files are used for what functions in Windows. Suppose I get a Windows 10 virtual machine on my PC, and if I want to see that what are program file used for, or what are program file x86 used for, then I can do changes in the virtual machine, and it won't affect my main computer. I can even do that I can delete the whole C drive from my virtual machine. So it would obviously crash my virtual machine, but I can reinstall the virtual machine without using my internet. Because once I have the virtual machine file or the OVA file of a operating system, then I can install it as many times as I want. Yeah, the next point is it is convenient to use. What do I mean by convenient to use? Let's suppose if I want to install a Kali Linux in my computer, but I don't want to disturb my licensed Windows 11 version. So what I can do is I can have my Windows 11 PC here, and I can install a Kali Linux virtual machine in my PC. So now I can use this Kali machine as I want, and after I use it, I can delete it or discard it, and then if I want to use it again, I can reinstall it in my PC. So it won't affect my main computer, whereas I will even experience different OS and different flavors of Linux. So it's kind of very interesting to know about virtual machines. And if you want to know more about virtual machines, you are on the right place. Here we will talk more about virtual machine, virtualization, and so on. And one more point means, if I have a website which I want to see that how it would look on Linux. Suppose this is my website on a Chrome browser, and if I want to see that how it would look in Windows, then I have the main computer. But if I want to see that how it would look on Linux computer, then I can use my virtual machine. If I want to see that how it would look on a Mac OS, then I can install another virtual machine, a Mac OS. I can see how my website's UX or UI, that is user interface and user experience, will be there on different OS. And even mostly you can install any OS from internet for free, including Mac OS, Windows OS, and Linux OS. And I will post a video soon for how to install different OS like Kali Linux and Parrot OS and some other OSs too on your Windows PC or computer. So this was it for today, guys. Thank you for watching my video, and the next video will be on the topic how to install Oracle VM VirtualBox on your Windows PC or computer. Thank you.